Hey guys, so Anjo Nala will be coming to the global version of Reverse 999, and I'm really excited for Anjo Nala, and I hope you are too. So in this video, we want to talk about her kit and some team con recommendation because she can form so many type of different gameplay depending on which character that she forms a contract with. And regarding should you pull, if you ask me, definitely there's just no reason to not to, because she does have the flexibility to be in a lot of different type of team com. So that is a very good value if you pull for her. Let us talk about Anjonala Insight. When you start the battle, you will have to choose a character, a unit, to form a contract with. And depending on the afflatus that the unit that you form a contract with, then different form of effect will be triggered. If you form a contract with Spirit or Intelligence unit, so Anjo will give them 4% attack and max HP, and every time that unit attacks. So for example, if you form a contract with Lucy, every time Lucy attacks, Anjo Nala will also do a follow-up attack, and is a rank 1 Feast of Lust. Okay, a follow-up attack against the enemy with the lowest HP percentage. Now, if you form a contract with Beast or Plant team, then they call it as Bone and Blood, and you will have 8% of each other's crit damage and relative defense. And Bone and Blood, basically, if the Beast or Plant unit use an incantation, they will grant an additional Moxie to Anjo Nala. And for Mineral and Star, Form and Phantom, 8% of each other crit rate and mental defense. And Anjo Nala will cast one Angel Temptation up to 2 times per round. So one round, next round, another 2. Right? So this one, for example, if you link yourself with like Lilia, when Lilia attacks, she does AoE follow-up attack. When Lilia attacks again, AoE follow-up attack. So if so happen in a round you have 3 of Lilia incantation, the third one will not trigger unless you have Anjo's portrait. Okay, if it's more than P0, I believe at P1, then you already can do it multiple times. And apart from that, Anjo's Nala max Moxie will change to 12. So let's say if you bound Anjo Nala to a character, it will not be 5 Moxie. Anjo Nala will have 12 Moxie. And the character that you bind with will not be able to gain any Moxie. So if that's the case, how is that character supposed to use her ultimate? Alright, so Anjo Nala have 12 Moxie, but when you hit the 8 Moxie, the next turn, you will get her ultimate. Right? So her ultimate is not at 5 Moxie, but it's at 8 Moxie. And now if you use her ultimate, then she will go into a channeling status, so she will not cast the attack immediately. Right? Her ultimate is a channel. At the start of the next turn, the unit that she is bounded to will cast their ultimate, and Anjo will cast her ultimate. Alright, so at the cost of using 1 AP to use her ultimate, now you get the trigger twice, AP free. Okay, so this is how she functions. Other than that, Anjo Nala also have a mechanic where she has this him status. Right, if you use her S2, she will enter this channeling status. Not really channeling, but she will start to have this him. And this him has 7 charges. It will go down every time Anjo Nala uses an incantation. If she uses S2 again, then it will reduce the charge even faster. But other than that, if the unit that Anjo Nala is bounded to use an incantation, then the him charge will also go down. So once it starts from 7 charge, once it goes to 0, she will do a follow-up attack, which is called Angel Temptation. Now, this Angel Temptation is the same one that she will cast if she's bounded to a mineral or star unit. The thing is that The one that is triggered when a mineral or star unit does an attack is a weaker version than the one from the S2, right? At the end of the hymn, she will do an angel temptation. That angel temptation will be stronger than the one that is triggered due to mineral or star unit. So please do keep that in mind. So generally, we are looking at if you are bounded to a spirit and intelligence unit. So this will be a follow-up attack build, but it's mainly single target follow-up from her. But this follow-up is rank. So there are some characters that really utilize this rank, right? Rank incantation like Mercuria. Yeah, so there can be some synergy that you can form with that. And if you bound with Beast and Plant team, then it is not a follow-up attack team, but it become an ultimate spamming build. Because every time a Beast or Plant unit acts, then she get additional Moxie, so you can cycle through her ultimate faster and trigger so many different ultimates. As in the character that she's bounded to, you can trigger 2 ultimate when you're using just 1, right? So if that character, Beast or Plant, is giving her Moxie, then you can cycle through her rotation faster. And the last one here, for Mineral and Star, it is also a follow-up attack build, but instead of single target, it is mass attack, so AoE follow-up attack. But this follow-up attack is not rank, and it is limited only to 2 users per round. So let us look at her ultimate now. Her ultimate is a self-channeling skill, so when you cast it, then Anjo Nala will go into this channeling status, and at the start of the next round, then she, not her, but the unit that she's bounded to, will use their ultimate. And then Anjo Nala would then use her ultimate, right? So this is similar to like Qiu where you use her channeling, and at the start of the next round, she would does the attack. So same thing, same mechanics for Anjo Nala, but instead of casting an incantation, she will be casting an ultimate. Your allies will also reduce their HP by 50%, and she will also inflict the enemy from a collection of debuff. So 2 random negative status will be inflicted on the enemy. And then she will deal 500% mental damage to all enemy, which, let me tell you, 500% AoE attack is already higher than a lot of characters, right? Jessica's like 350, and then there's some is 300, there's some that's 400, but 500 is already way higher than a lot of characters. And for every type of negative status, right, additional 60%. So if you bring character like 6, or you have like Jay in the party inflicting burn, you have some characters doing poison, so those are additional 60% mental damage, right? So this makes her hit really, really hard. As for her skills, there's 2. S1 is Feast of Lust, S2 is Twin Phantom. I purposely put it S2 at the top, S1 at the bottom. But first of all, let us talk about Feast of Lust. Debuff, 1 target attack, deal 180% mental damage. But here it's also having a similar mechanic to the ultimate. If there are more negative status on the enemy, for each negative status, it is 40% mental damage, right? Burn is a negative status. Poison is a negative status. So please do check out. There is actually a lot of negative status, but those that reduces stats normally are not. Okay, those are just stats down. And those debuffs that prevents the enemy from attacking, like silence, seal, yeah, all those things, they are control debuff, not negative status. So please do check which actually helps to boost the damage. And when she does the attack, she also inflicts titillated on the enemy, which reduces their damage bonus by 10%. And after 3 stack, it changed to captivated, which prevents the enemy from attacking, and minus their attack by 10%. okay, and basically Anjo Nala steals 10% of that, okay, because the stat will then goes to Anjo Nala. Now for Twin Phantom, which is her S2, it's a channeling skill, so once you cast it, she'll be channeling for like 7 rounds. It doesn't mean that you can't use attack. It is not like Chionyang's, right? So you still can use Feast of Last when you are in this status. So she starts with him and it has 7 rounds. Okay, but every time we use an incantation, the number of rounds will reduce. Every time the unit that you are contract with uses an incantation, it will also reduce. Okay, so at the end of it, she will cast Angel Temptation, and that Angel Temptation is 150% mental damage and deal additional 250%. So it is a very strong attack. But do note that if you bound her with Star or Mineral unit, she will also be able to cast Angel Temptation, but it is not the strong version, right? It is a weaker version, but she will still inflict the negative status. So here, let's discuss about some team comp, some characters that we can, contract with. So here, first I want to talk about the affiliators for Spirit and Intellect, and obviously Lucy. Lucy is still a very, very strong unit. With Anjo Nala, they just become even stronger. And also because there's so many follow-up attacks that will be unleashed from Lucy, from Anjo Nala, so it makes perfect sense to put Flutter Page in this team. Apart from that, both of them, their follow-up attack is also a rank incantation. Lucy does rank 2, Anjo Nala does rank 1. All of that will contribute to cosmic energy, so Mercuria will be a very good support unit for this team that features Lucy and Anjo Nala. And the second character here is 6. So in this setup, 6 will be Anjo Nala will be the main DPS and 6 will be the support or sub DPS. So basically when Anjo Nala outs in a channel status, in the next turn, 6 will out first, right? Anjo Nala will always do it after, and he will inflict negative status or basically debuff. It can be stat down, it can be negative status, so there is some RNG here. But anyway, due to this negative status, it will allow Anjo Nala to hit harder. And 6 ultimate is also very strong with the 5 Eureka, or depending on what is a portrait, then he deals a lot of single target damage as well. And here Anjo Nala is a mental attacker and Fua is rank. So Villa can be really good to boost damage, right? Because Villa will allow mental attacks to have extra percentage there on top of her crit and crit damage. So here the third unit will be Spirit. So the first one is Mercuria. So again, with Mercuria, then Anjo Nala will be casting a lot of rank incantation, even though it's rank 1, but it will synergize with Mercuria and increases her cosmic energy. Okay, so here I also recommend you can put on this team with Argus, because if this team Mercuria and Anjo Nala, once Anjo Nala out is ready, Mercuria will also use her out. So I believe in this case we are more actively using Mercuria, and if she's going to have so many rank up buff due to her ultimate, then bringing Argus will make a good it's a good decision to bring Argus in for more damage and also more debuff. And Argus does debuff the enemy, and that is a negative status as well. And we have Isolde as well. Honestly speaking, I might not really link myself to Isolde, but Isolde does have some synergy with Anjo Nala. First of all, the burn stack that Anjo Nala casts on the enemy is considered a negative status, so which allows Anjo Nala's ultimate to hit harder. And Isolde will always cast her ultimate first, so she will grant 50% damage boost from rousing morale. so Anjo Nala will be able to hit harder. As for the other character, like Tuesday and A Knight, because in this video I want to just cover spirit and intellect, so we don't have that many characters in the first place. But for Tuesday, it will be a bit difficult because Tuesday we do want to wait for her array to end and then reset it up. But if Anjo is going to continuously spam ultimate, then it will interrupt with Tuesday and Thaya's kit. And for A Knight, first of all, there's no direct synergy between A Knight and Anjo Nala, so nothing really much I want to mention here, except that he really does need an Euphoria update. Alright, so that's all for this video, this part 1 video. There will be a part 2 where I discuss about Beast and Plant, as well as Mineral and Star. Okay, so that's all. Hope you enjoyed this video and have a good day.